the Felt Forum in Madison Square Garden. We're about set for the World Super Middleweight Championship in kickboxing. Billye Jackson is the defending champ. He's won 18 bouts and lost one. He'll be going against Danny Magic Lopez, who has 30 victories and 2 defeats. A 12-rounder with 2-minute rounds. And working with me, George Minshew. And George, what's the insight on these two scrappers?
Well, Billye Jackson is the champion. He has really more experience in fighting than his record indicates, because he's been around in karate for a very long time. He's a multi-talented fighter. He's able to hit with both hands. When I spoke with him, I asked him, which hand technique do you like the best? He said it doesn't matter. He can hit with either hand, and I've seen him do it. And he can hit with either foot. He comes out of a camp. His instructor was a fellow named Demetrius Savanas, who was also multi-talented like that, and he passed it on to Billye Jackson. Danny Lopez is the challenger. I saw him fight in Las Vegas, and he looks like one of those guys who doesn't know about backing up either. So this match should turn out to be a literal war. If both of these fight the same way they've been fighting, they're going to draw a little circle in the middle of that ring and use it.
All right, let's get the introduction of the fighters for this Super Welterweight Championship bout. Let's go to Howard Finkel, the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third part of our triple main event. It is a scheduled 12-round bout for the World Super Welterweight Championship. Introducing first, in the corner to my right, the challenger. From Los Angeles, California, weighing 154 pounds, entering this fight with a record of 32 wins, 2 losses, 23 knockouts, Danny Magic Lopez. And to my left, his opponent, from Dallas, Texas, weighing 154 pounds, with a record of 19 wins, 2 losses, 13 knockouts, the Super Welterweight Champion of the world, Billye Jack Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce to all a very, very dynamic individual, a former world karate champion, a sensational motion picture star, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Norris.
He's hot right now in that Lone Wolf McQuade movie. Lots of action anytime Norris is involved in anything. And we're waiting now for the gloves to finally be applied to the champion, Billye Jackson. Jackson, 30 years old. He's the veteran here. He weighs in at 153. Here's the challenger, Danny Lopez, who's 24 years old. And now the instructions from referee Ray Kerbin.
Gentlemen want a good, clean match. When I say break, break, but protect yourself in the ring at all times. We will begin the match with the traditional karate bow, so just take a few steps back. Good luck to both of you.
That's referee Roy Kerbin. Let me correct myself on that. This is the champ you're looking at, Billye Jackson. He has 19 wins, 13 of them have been knockouts, George.
I think the main reason for that, you're going to see when, if that camera is going to move down and show that guy's body, he's got an incredible upper body build. He's very, very strong.
You can see it right now. Out they come. There's the traditional karate bow, and here they go. 12 scheduled rounds, 2 minutes a round. 3 judges here. No knees, no elbows allowed. They're both wearing protective gear that we'll show you later on. Down at 10, they're out. They must, during the count, go to the neutral corner, and they must kick above the waist. The challengers in the black, the champions in the red. Look at that turnaround back fist of the champion through Jackson. He scored with it.
Yeah, he moved his head over when he hit with him that time.
The champion Jackson in the red is a well-balanced fighter. I mean, he's effective both with his hands and his feet. Good spinning back kick that time by the challenger Lopez. Straight ahead kicks by the champion. Side kick again. Nipped him in the chin. Lopez right now is red under his right eye. 10 seconds to go in round one here of this World Super Welterweight title bout in the world of kickboxing. And there's the bell for the end of round one. On some of our televised events, you've seen the concept of team boxing, city against city, and it's exciting. It moves. 2 fighters in the ring, they're out. 2 more fighters come in, each representing a city. What's this now I hear about a concept of USA boxing, George?
Yeah, it's called Team USA, Kurt, and it's an incredibly exciting concept. It's just like city to city, except this is country to country. Team USA will be fighting countries, for example, like in amateur boxing that fights the Soviet Union or Cuba. And right now we're selecting the best fighters in America. They're going to end up with 5 fighters for the Team USA. And the inquiries have already started coming in from Japan, England, Canada, Australia. So the concept looks just incredible. We're going to have some more information about which countries, the names of the fighters that are going to be on Team USA.
All right, thank you. Here we go. Round 2. World Super Welterweight. Jackson scored 30 points in the first round at 27 for the challenger Lopez. A close first round. The champion in the red, the challenger in the black. Notice how he hangs that foot up there and just sort of jabs with it.
You notice that Billye Jackson is using very effectively that defensive side kick, or using that side kick. When he won the world title in St. Louis, he dropped the fighter with 3 straight side kicks to the body.
Challenger just scored with a roundhouse kick. Danny Lopez, the challenger, 2 left jabs. He started kickboxing at the age of 16 in Los Angeles. In his service, he was in the medical corps. The challenger in the black pants, Danny Lopez. The challenger right there with him. Boy, he's expert with that kick.
That's called a double kick. He came up with that first round kick and followed it immediately without putting his foot down.
So you kick once, you leave it hanging up there and bang it out again.
That really takes advantage of someone's training. A trained fighter looks at that first kick, lets it go, and starts back, but he got caught on that one.
Come on, Billye Jack. Finish strong.
And there's the end of round 2 for the World Super Welterweight Championship. Let's take a look at some of the slow motion action.
All right, that's Billye Jackson coming in with that really reaching rear leg kick. The idea is to cover that distance, keep your opponent, make him use a block. That time he got caught with that left hook of Danny Lopez.
And the challenger again, he was an amateur boxer. He has a 2nd-degree karate black belt. He says his most effective weapon is his round leg kick, and we saw a good kick in that round. And his best punch is a left hook, Danny Lopez. Round 3 coming up for the World Super Welterweight Kickboxing Championship. Jackson, the champion of the red. Tried that spinning backhand fist.
Kirk, generally in a fight like this, you see the challenger pressing the champion, but this is the reverse of that. The champion is continuing to hold the center of the ring and push the challenger.
I tell you one thing, if Jackson had landed that roundhouse right, it might have all been over. We didn't get the scoring on round 2. Jackson, you can see, is a good counterpuncher.
Billy Jackson is using real effectively that sidekick. He holds the guy's power away from him and follows up with those hands.
The scoring has Jackson winning the first 2 rounds, but by narrow margin. 30 points to 27 in the first round, 29 to 28 in the second round.
Danny Lopez caught the champion right on the jaw with that overhand right.
20 seconds to go. Round 3 for the Super World Welterweight title. Just a little short with that left hook, the champion, Jackson in the red. That's the end of round 3. A narrow lead right now for the defending champ. You're looking here in the red pants, Billye Jackson of Dallas, Texas. All right, what about training? Do you train differently for boxing and kickboxing? Is it an entirely different matter? What about it, champ? Ken Norton.
I think the basically it's about the same. You have individual fighters who run 6, 7, 8, 9 miles. You have most karate men who run 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles. But on your bag work, it's totally different. You work for the boxing, use your hands quite a bit, and kick. So it's twice as strenuous, and it's twice as much effort put forth. You have to kick the bags a lot and throw your combinations on the bag. So it's a combination of both boxing and kicking. Karate.
Thanks to Ken Norton. Here we go, round 4. Neither fighter has been hurt. I see no cuts, no blood up there right now. There's the champ with a couple of straight side kicks and then coming back with his spinning kick. So far, in 3 rounds, 86 points for the champ Jackson, 85 points for the challenger Lopez. This is going to be a tight one.
It's going to be. I hate to be in those referees, judges' position right there.
Hey, a great
score this thing.
Kick there by the challenger Lopez. Now he side kick. Scored again with his side kick.
His head back with that right uppercut that time.
Jackson, the champ, did in the red. Yeah,
think he came from right field with that one.
I can feel the breeze down here. We're in the last seconds of round 4. Caught him with a right uppercut, the challenger Lopez. And there's the end of round 4. Let's take a look here at the champion, Billye Jackson. Spells his name Billye from Dallas, Texas. He won the super welterweight title February 5th in St. Louis. This is his first defense. And George talked about his upper body strength. You lower that camera on him a little, you'll see how strong he is in the chest and shoulder. He's very powerfully built from the waist up.
Yeah, he is. And you notice in these rounds, Jackson has been using that power on Danny Lopez's body. He's working on his body, and for a 12-round fight, that's good strategy.
And here's the scoring through the first 4 rounds. And it's 116 total points for Billye Jackson and 112 points for Danny Lopez. Very tight. Jackson won the first 2 rounds, Lopez the 3rd round, and Jackson won the 4th round. This is round 5 for the Super Welterweight Championship. The champion, the aggressor again, in the red pants. Can't do that, referee Sherman says. All right, I'm sorry, Jackson says. He's warning him once more about that. He holds that foot up there and gives him that delayed second kick. Missed with the combination with the left and the right. He's throwing some hard roundhouse right tonight, some right hooks that he's missed with. Lopez fighting back. The challengers in the black. Danny Lopez from Los Angeles.
He caught Jackson as he was coming in with an overhand right that time, right behind the ear.
Very close fight so far. The champion in the red slightly in the lead. Jackson nailed the fight on with that right. Both seem to have plenty of bounce, George.
They do. They're both superbly conditioned athletes. They've demonstrated already. Both of them have taken some pretty good shots, and they've demonstrated they can take it.
Last few seconds of round 5. The champion going to work to the body. There's the end of round 5 for the Super Welterweight Championship. The gal had the round upside down, and she finally got it right. They gave her a hand. We're going into round 6. Magic Lopez is the challenger, 24 years old. He's never gone 12 rounds, by the way. He's in round 6. And now Jackson has stretched his lead. He won round 5. He's won 4 of the 5 rounds. Jackson has 146 points to Lopez 139. Round 6, Billye Jackson, the super welterweight champ in the red pants, against Lopez in the black, the challenger in Los Angeles. A 7-point lead for Jackson. He's won 4 of the 5 rounds by narrow margin. Lopez has to go to work now and win a couple of rounds.
I think his corner should be telling him now, Kurt, that you can't get that far behind, and if you want to beat the champion, you're going to have to go to him and not let Jackson continue to push him backward in the match.
Now, they score the winner by total points, right? Not by rounds.
That's right.
Yeah. Total points. Referee Ray Kirby warned him again. Lopez is being warned about something.
I see some blood on Billy Jackson's shoulder and back, and that usually indicates that the other fighter's bleeding. Now you can see it clearly from Lopez's nose.
It's out of his nose. He has a bloody nose.
He caught him right there in the corner with that double round kick that time, Kurt.
There's a spinning back kick. The challenger bleeding from the nose, Danny Lopez. He's been hurt here in round 6 as we go into the last 20 seconds of the round. I think Lopez is falling farther behind.
I agree. He's going to have to. Oh,
he caught that left hook after catching a straight left. That hurt him. That was Jackson's best punch of the fight. There's the end of round 6. And the champion, Jackson, has extended his lead.
All right, this is going to show Billy Jackson doing some serious damage with Lopez. You'll notice he hits him almost at will when he gets him up against those ropes. I think those punches that he took to the body in those early rounds are starting to have their effect. Jackson's constantly pushing.
That was Jackson's best round, I believe. I want to check the judges on that. Yeah, he won round 6, 30-26. He now has an 11-point lead. At the end of the 4th round, he had a 3-point lead. Now he's extended it, and he has won 5 of the 6 rounds, but he has now extended an 11-point lead, and the challenger, Lopez, is going to have to go to work in round 7, and he's going to have to come from behind now to win this fight. The challenger in the black, Danny Lopez from Los Angeles, against the champion from Dallas, Billy Jackson. Super welterweight title at stake.
If Danny Lopez lets Billy Jackson do that right there, he'll lose the match. He's got to take it to Billy Jackson.
Billy Jackson is married, the champion, has a daughter. Double kick by the champion, Jackson. Those are all their scoring points for him. Again. Jackson, George, seems to be gathering momentum.
He is. He worked hard in those early rounds on Danny Lopez's body, and I think that's starting to have a strong effect, and Billy Jackson seems to be getting stronger.
Got him in the head with a side kick. Still the aggressor. He constantly pins him on the ropes. That's the end of round 7. All right, let's talk to Ken Norton, the former world heavyweight champ, about kickboxing's appeal to the fans. What do you think about it, Ken?
I think it speaks for itself here as we've seen this last round. It's appealing because it has good boxing, has good karate, and there's a lot of kicking. Men are in good shape. And it's not a really violent sport, but it's a sport that is very action-packed. And the fans like action. That's why boxing is so hot. Because they enjoy action, they enjoy a good fight, they enjoy well-conditioned people. And in kickboxing, you have to be conditioned very well.
All right, thanks to Ken Norton. The scoring at the end of 7 rounds, a 14-point lead now for the champion, Billye Jackson. And he has won 6 of the 7 rounds. We're going to round 8 for the Super Welterweight Kickboxing Championship. Round 8. The champion in the red pants, challenger in black. Jackson, the champion. Defending the title he won last February. Notice how he switched to southpaw. He goes back and forth, neither side. Fighting southpaw right now. Now he goes the other way. Lopez nailed him going away, though. Got him with a left. Lopez has to come on now, George.
He does, and you can tell by the sound, Kurt, that those kicks are hurting. They're not throwing those kicks out there to throw a kick. They're throwing those kicks to hurt.
I was going to ask you how much the kick hurt. You've been a kickboxer.
There are a lot of things I would rather do than get kicked, that's for sure. Particularly by one of these guys who, they're both strong. Billye Jackson has good power, as most kickboxers do, with the rear leg, but he also has incredible power with the front foot.
They tried to backspin. Blood on the face of Lopez off the gloves of the champion Billye Jackson in the red. This is round 8, going to the last 25 seconds. Jackson's leading in this fight. Good left by Lopez. This may be Lopez's round.
He's looking a lot better. He anticipated exactly Billye Jackson's movement that time and caught him when he did it.
Jackson quickly looking to his corner, but too late. That's the end of round 8. There's a challenger, Danny Lopez. I wonder what they're saying to him in there.
I think they ought to be telling him he needs to start pushing. If he wants to win this fight, and obviously he does, he's going to have to start pushing. He's taking punishment anyway when Billye Jackson is pushing him, so you're not going to take any less punishment. The best thing to do, the only way he's going to win this fight, is start taking it to Billye Jackson.
Now Stanton is going to tell as we go to round 9, and Lopez's training has been to run 6 or 7 miles a day and box 14 3-minute rounds instead of kickboxing 2-minute rounds. But I don't imagine during that interim Billye Jackson's been idle either getting ready for this fight.
I asked Billye Jackson when we talked before the fight, what did you do to get in shape for this fight? And he said he didn't do anything to get in shape for this fight. He stays in shape.
Here we go for round 9. The champion Billye Jackson in the lead. Round 9. It's going to have to be a comeback by the challenger Lopez. That's the first time he's tried to turn around kick.
It is, and I'm surprised he tried it so late in the fight.
Look at Jackson trying to measure him up. At the end of 8 rounds, 17-point lead for Jackson. He's run every round but one, gradually widening his lead. Hey, he's caught him there. That's a good exchange. And a combination of both feet and hands by the challenger Lopez.
I think that's what he's going to have to continue to do. He's got the talent. He demonstrates it in flourishes. If he can put it together and put together some continuity in his technique, he can change the tone of this fight.
Jackson now trying to end it here. Goes after him.
Those body punches are punishing Danny Lopez.
Now Jackson suddenly decided, hey, I'm going to get this guy.
I think you're Kurt.
Tyler messing around. Well, they're going at it there in the corner. The champion has him pinned in the corner, but Lopez, the challenger, fighting back. Look at those roundhouse kicks by the challenger, or by the champ. Good round.
It's an excellent round, Kurt.
Fine round by both fighters. We're going to round 10 of a scheduled 12-rounder. 3 more rounds now, if it goes the distance, for Lopez to try and catch the challenger, or the champ, and take his title away from him.
And there's only one way he's going to do that.
Let's watch this kick now.
There's Lopez's. He comes in with, follows up. You see, he got 2 kicks, one right after the other. If he'll put some combinations together like that, he'll get through to him. Well, this is right near the end of the round when the champ, Billye Jackson, had Danny Lopez in the corner, and he was hitting him with everything but the corner post. Now watch this round kick. Caught him right on the top of the temple.
The last round was almost even. 29 points for Jackson, 28 for Lopez. A 14-point lead. For the champion, Jackson in the red. Got him below the weight.
I think you can almost feel the power in those kicks, even on television. They're coming so hard and strong now. Billye Jackson seems to be getting stronger every round.
Yeah, he's in great shape. He's 30 years old, but he shows no signs of slowing up here. This is round 10 of a scheduled 12-rounder. Jackson, the champion in the red, has a 14-point lead. With this lead, he has to be a little careful now, not walk into something. Lopez has had a good knockout record. 32 victories, he's had 23 KOs.
And he's never been knocked out, Kurt. So he doesn't know the feel of the canvas. Billye Jackson would like to introduce it to him, I'm sure.
But Lopez looks fresh, too.
He picked up something in the corner. That 1 minute can make a big difference to a fellow that's trained for those little rest periods.
There's the end of round 10 for the World Kickboxing Super Welterweight Championship. Billye Jackson, we asked him what's his best punch, what's his best kick. He says none of them, they're all good. He said, I'm a well-balanced fighter. Let's see some action from Jackson here in slow motion now. Some of his kicks. Boy, he's really, really quick with those feet.
He is quick, and they're very hard. One. You notice he did double there. He will hang that foot. They stopped at that time, but sometimes he'll hang that foot up there and try to get somebody to come back in behind it.
He outscored Lopez at round 10 also. He's won 9 of the 10 rounds. He now has a total of 293 points to 276 for the challenger Lopez. A 17-point lead for the champion in red, Billye Jackson, round 11, the next to last round.
right. He continues to hold the center of the ring.
Still the aggressor, the champion in the red. Right hook by Lopez scored.
You'll notice that Lopez is not putting together any kind of techniques now. He's not doing a punch, and a kick, or that. He seems to be doing one technique at a time and trying to tie it up.
There's a time left in round 11. Lopez will need him. Look at, he's got him in trouble now. He's trying to put him away. We're right near the end of round 11. Lopez leading. That's the end of round 11. They separate them. They took some damage that round, George.
Yeah, he did. I'll say this. Regardless of how this particular match comes out, I don't think anybody's going to question Danny Lopez's courage. He came back out of the corner 2 or 3 times.
Let's take a look at the corner action here, George.
Jackson held him up against the rope with his forearms, tapped him up against, just is holding him in the corner, taps him a couple of times to the body, seems to be trying to get his attention down, then goes up. And then with an overhand right. He seems to be measuring him.
To win this fight, again, Jackson won the 11th round. He's won every round but one.
Take it back. Come on. All the way. Let's go. Come on.
To win this fight, Lopez is going to have to score a knockout. The last round, round 12 of an excellent super welterweight scrap here. Billye Jackson, the champion in the red, is a 20-point lead. And Lopez will have to nail him to pull this one out.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of kickboxing action. Incredible jumping, turn, back kicks. Lopez caught it mostly on the gloves. This is the kind of kickboxing action that kickboxing fans all across the country go to see. We talked about early in this match, before the match started, that this was going to be a war, and it certainly turned out to be one.
Excellent fight. Billye Jackson, the champ in the red. Just has to hold on. That's all he has to do. Survive this round. And he's retained his super welterweight title.
Ooh. He caught him not square, but he slid off of his chin line with that side kick that time.
There was a triple kick. Oh! A crunching right by Lopez.
He is not out.
Good right roundhouse kick. Lopez landed the hardest punch of the night for him. Jackson keeps coming on.
Jackson is forcing this fight as if he were the challenger and he was losing.
Last 30 seconds of the fight. Lopez needs a knockout to wrest the title away. Boy, Jackson, he won't get it.
They both sense the end of the fight's coming up.
That's it. Billye Jackson has retained the super welterweight title. They put on a great show, both of them. A very able challenger. And there's Lopez raising his arm up, saying he did it. He's the winner. But I gave him a scrap. That's the first time young Lopez has ever gone 12 rounds.
Well, he definitely can do it, because if you can go 12 of those kind of rounds, you can go 12 of any kind of rounds. So I don't think by any stretch we've heard the last of Danny Lopez.
No, he's young. He's 25. He should be coming on, George.
All right, I think this is Lopez is going to come over with that right. He did. He hit him. He slid between his gloves. Lopez, after taking a lot of punishment, is in the 12th round and coming on strong. He knew he was losing and came back real strong with it.
We're waiting for the judges. But we've been giving you the round-by-round scores and the cumulative score, and Jackson is the winner. So you know that. We're just waiting for the official announcement.
This was what kickboxing is all about. Guys that have courage, have heart, have technique with both their hands and feet.
Jackson would make no predictions on the fight. He doesn't say, I'm going to knock anybody out, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Always, I'm going out there and I'm going to be tough to beat. And it may not be with my hands, it may be with my feet, it may not be with my feet, it may be with my hands. I fight every way you can fight and get it done. All right, let's go up to the ring now. We're waiting for the decision of the judges. They're still not out here yet.
You know, Billye Jackson, when you see him fighting in the ring, he gives you no quarter. He stays on you from bell to bell. But he's all a gentleman. He doesn't, as you mentioned earlier, he doesn't make predictions. He doesn't say what he's going to do. He just goes out and does his job.
What's holding him up on there? What's holding him up on the decision? We had it right up to the last round. I mean, I could have given him the decision.
Hey, champ, who do you think won? It's hard to call. I'd hate to be in those guys' position right now. You got me.
One's not enough.
Here we are, Warren. We're ready. All right, let's go up in the ring, and Howard Finkel with a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Judge John Kellen scores the fight 126-112 Jackson. Judge Archie Rulin scores the bout 119-116 Lopez. And Judge Tommy Lee scores the bout 127-110, the winner of the bout. And still Super Welterweight champion, Billye Jack Jackson.
Jackson's a little disgusted there. He looks over at the judges and he got a split decision. I think he thinks he should have had a unanimous decision.
Well, Jackson had two frustrations. He was frustrated he didn't put Danny Lopez away, and I have to feel a little empathy. I would feel frustrated too. I felt like he won the match clearly.